Back to school is in session for many students throughout the Midlands, and while they're getting a great education inside the classroom, let's not forget about some amazing resources that they have outside the classroom. That's where the Richland Library steps in to help. So to break down some of the great help tools that they have available is Heather McHugh and Thomas Malik. Guys, thank you guys so much for stopping by today.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, you guys have so many great resources at the library. I want to talk about the specialists that you have available, the reading specialists. Talk about them.
Absolutely. So as we get into the school year and our new readers are on their journey, we might discover that they need a little extra help or support. And that's where our reading specialist can step in addition to who we have at school. You can meet with our reading specialist. You can meet with them in person, over the phone, via Zoom. We have all kinds of ways that you can meet with them, and you can find out what resources we have. They can give you some skill building exercises to work with your reader, and we also have these awesome decodable books that will really help with skill building.
What is that, decodable books?
Decodable books are awesome. So a typical beginning reader book is it's 75% sight words and it's 25% decodable. And for a new reader, that's hard because they have a lot to remember then.
Right.
But decodable books are flipped. So 75% decodable, which means they can break out the sounds and sound them out, and then it's 25% sight words, so they have less to remember.
Wow.
And if you've ever tried to memorize a bunch of words, it can be a little stressful for those new readers. So we love having those as just a way to really support and build confidence for our new readers.
That's really cool stuff there too.
Thank you.
So you have the reading specialist, and then Thomas also, there are a bunch of other resources. Tell me a little bit about how the librarians really help and kind of amplify that extra resources available to those kiddos.
So our librarians at all of our locations, they can walk you through all of our downloadables. So we have lots of resources like Libby and Hoopla for e-reading, graphic novels, audiobooks, and then we also have so many resources around tutoring and classwork help like tutor.com and our Learning Express, which helps teens navigate SAT, ACT. But we also have lots of physical spaces where teens can make things, where teens can read lots of great books, graphic novels, manga, nonfiction. And then each location has its own little special details that set them apart. Like we have the nature walk at Ballantyne, we have the garden at St. Andrews. There's just something different at all 13 locations.
Oh, I love that there too. Also a little unique there. One of the locations is that Bilingual Specialist. Do you want to quickly chat about that?
Sure. So we have this awesome bilingual specialist at our Richland Library Northeast location. And so especially if you have some English, Spanish language learners and they need a little assistance, they can go to our Richland Library Northeast, and we have, in addition to our specialists, we have several staff who are bilingual themselves and can kind of help bridge that gap and add extra support for those families.
And also my last question for you all, where can we find more information? I think there's a website that they can have a plethora of information for you all.
Absolutely, richlandlibrary.com. You can find everything. You can also call any of our 13 locations, and we are happy to help.
I love that, Thomas, Heather. Thank you guys so much for stopping by today. And there is a plethora of information that you can find on that website. We're going to be putting this on our website, WLTX.com, with all of those resources that you can always refer back to it. So many great resources there at the Richland County Library.